Welcome to Around the Diamond podcast. With Alec and Bradley on tonight's show, you will get our top 70 players right now, as well as our way too early awards and much more. We are going to jump right into our top 70 here in a second. So we start at number 70 with Pete Carl Armstrong, and Bradley has the stats for these for our top 70 players. Pete Carl Armstrong's at number 70, Cubs outfielder.
Okay, so for the 2025 regular season, he had 591 at bats, 91 runs, 146 hits, 31 homers, 95 ribbies, 35 stolen bases. His average was 247. His on base percentage was 287, and his OPS was 768. He's one of the reasons why the Cubs got out of their struggles.
Yes. If we had to make an early prediction for 2026 for him, what do you think it would be?
Looking at his numbers from last year, I think honestly they could improve. I know they got Alex Bregman now, but I think when you have other hitters that can hit for numbers, it takes the pressure off certain guys. And maybe it was a pressure on him to score. It's not going to be like that this year for the Cubs. So I can see his numbers getting better. Barring, and again, it's way too early, barring nothing happens to him injury-wise. But if he stays healthy, I can't see him not being better in 2026.
Same thing with me. I just want to see him steal more bases.
Well, and see, that's the whole thing. Back in the day, that's what the National League was always known for. That's how they produce runs. They'd bunt, steal bases. But now with the DH being in both leagues, it kind of takes that element away. But you still have guys like PAC and
PCA.
And guys like that can still steal bases. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
At number 69, we have a former Ray, Blake Snell, starting pitcher for the Dodgers. We miss you in Tampa, Blake.
Blake Snell, the one that was taken out of the World Series at the wrong time. He had a 5-4 record in 2025, 2.35 ERA. He started 11 games. He pitched 61 and 1/3, 72 strikeouts with a 1.26 WHIP, and of course, he was part of the World Series winning Dodgers.
Unfortunately.
I will give my 2 cents about the Kyle Tucker trade later to the Dodgers about how I feel the MLB is.
We both will.
Yeah, got to change. And if it doesn't change soon, it's not going to be good for baseball in general.
So. No. First, I'm going to go first with Snell. I think the Rays got rid of him at a good time because, as we know, he's notorious for getting injured.
He is, and I also think sometimes too, with him, and maybe one of the reasons why Cash pulled him when he was a Ray. Sometimes I think he thinks he's got his stuff, and it's not there anymore, and he gives up a lot of hits or a lot of home runs. He thinks that he's still good enough to pitch, and then he ends up giving up hits. He needs to come out, but that's Blake Snell. So,
yeah. And this is unfortunate. What can he do to be better in 2026?
Get out of his own way. We both know he has the tools to be, and I don't know if you'd put him in the category of elite pitchers, but he could be one of those great pitchers if he just gets out of his own way and lets his ego get out of his way. If he lets his ego get out of his way, I mean, again, that staff in LA, it doesn't matter. I mean, you got
Ohtani.
And yeah. So
we'll talk about Ohtani later. I will tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Glasnow is not on this list. And I know we're going to get some slack from Dodgers fans and maybe Mariners fans because there's a certain catcher missing on this list. But at number 68, and I see my spelling error, I put 2 N's in Ryan. I apologize, Mr. Pepio. Ryan Pepio, starting pitcher for the Rays.
Can I tell you, he's an honor to listen to on 620 here in Tampa when he's on with T. Crass. So great interview. I
want to say this. Didn't he prank? Was it him or somebody else that pranked Jake Mangum?
I think it was him. I think it was Pepio that pranked Jake Mangum. I'm if I get credentials this year to the Rays, it's still early for me to apply for season credentials this year. But if I get an opportunity, I'd love to have an interview or at least ask him a question during the season. Last year in 2025, he went 11-12 with a 3.86 ERA, 31 games started. He pitched 167 and 2/3 innings, 167 strikeouts. So you could just say he had strikeout an inning. Let's just say that. You can look at those stats. And his whip was 1.16. So, yeah, pretty good pitcher. And he's going to be, I think, counting on Bud a lot for the Rays coming up this year. If Shane McClanahan gets back to his normal self, it'll be a nice rotation with him and Ryan at the top. I think those are the top two, right?
No. Projected right now, Rasmussen is the ace.
Oh, that's right. Drew. That's right. I forgot about
Rasmussen, Pepio, McClanahan. Neander came out and said Max is going to get a chance to start, and then whoever the fifth guy in the rotation is going to be.
Okay.
Which could be Joe Boyle, could be Joe Rock, could be Ian Seymour, could be Yoendris Gomez, could be Jesse Schultens. Who knows? And number 67 is a former Red Sox of 1 year. Third baseman Alex Bregman, now of the Chicago Cubs.
Yes, last year he had 433 at-bats, 64 runs, 118 hits, 18 homers, 62 ribbies. He had 1 stolen base. He had 273 with an on-base percentage of 360. His OPS was 822. So again, he being a Red Sox fan, it's sad to see him leave because he was a big part of why we got out of the doldrums of being in the bottom of the AL East. We were in the thick of it to win the division, who won the division? Was it the Yankees? Yankees won it one last year, right? Yeah. So hopefully we can, even without Alex, we can make a run for the AL East. But he's going to help the Cubs out a lot. We were talking about PAC earlier, or PCA, I mean. So yeah, he'll be a help to that organization.
He will. Our number 66 player is, and he's got a brother that's going to be in majors soon. Maybe this year. Jackson Holliday, second baseman of the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah, the Orioles need to bounce back. We really don't know what happened to them last year, but
they fell off of a cliff. No pun intended.
He had 586 at bats, 70 runs, 142 hits, 17 homers, 55 ribbies, 17 stolen bases. His average was 242, on base percentage 314, and his OPS was 689. Again, the Orioles will need to bounce back. And they have the pieces there, which is weird. And now add Pete Alonso to that mix. So,
we will be covering later on in this list. Believe me, Orioles fans, this is the first of many Orioles you're going to see. At number 65 is a former Florida Gator turned Kansas City Royal, Jack Caglione, first baseman, outfielder for the Kansas City Royals.
Very much a pleasure watching him play at University of Florida because he pitched and he hit, kind of like an Ohtani type. Very fun to watch him. Never got to watch him in person, but wish I did. He had 210 at-bats, 19 runs, 33 hits, 7 homers, 18 RBIs, 1 stolen base. He only hit 157 His OPS was 237. His on base percentage was 237. OPS was 532. I don't think he had many games
No.
last year for the Royals. I think he'll be correct me if I'm wrong, but do you think he'll be a bigger part of their roster this year than he was a year ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
And ladies and gentlemen, some of these guys, they may not have played a lot last year. That is why they're ranked a little bit lower on our list. But as we just said, Caglione, I think he's going to be a bigger part of the Royals this year. Whether it be first base or right field. That was number 65. Number 64 is former Ray turned Miami Marlin relief pitcher, or as we know him, closer, Pete Fairbanks.
We had a nickname for him in Tampa called Crazy Eyes because if you ever watched him pitch, he had those crazy eyes before he threw the ball. He was 4-5 with a 2.83 ERA, 61 games he appeared in, 27 saves. He pitched 60 and 1/3 innings, 59 strikeouts, and his whip was 1.04. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't he struggle down the stretch? Isn't that why they didn't bring him back this year?
Yeah, and plus I've heard they've got other guys that they believe in that could be the closer this year. Clevenger, Biggie, Manuel Rodriguez. The bullpen for the Rays is still going to be pretty good next year, even without Fairbanks.
I have Fairbanks' bobblehead from 2 years ago. So
that's number 64. Number 63 is one of the Contreras brothers, William Contreras, catcher for the Brewers.
His stats were he had 566 at-bats, 89 runs, 147 hits, 17 homers, 76 RBIs, 6 stolen bases. His average was 260. His his on-base percentage was 355. OPS was 754. For a catcher, those are, I think, good numbers for a catcher.
Yes.
So
absolutely. He's number 63. Number 62 is another Milwaukee Brewer that has a brother that is in the Guardian system that we talked about, I believe, last week on the show. Jackson Cheerio, outfielder, Milwaukee Brewers.
Mr. Cheerio had 549 at-bats, 88 runs, 148 hits, 21 homers, 78 ribbies, 21 stolen bases. He hit 270. His on-base percentage was 308. His OPS was 771. Big part of why the Brewers made it to – didn't they make it to the divisional part of the world?
Yes.
Playoffs for the National League?
Yeah, they did. What can he do to up those – just the home runs and the stolen bases?
Well, yeah, because he only hit 270. But I think again, and I know it's hard. I don't play baseball. Never played baseball a day in my life. I guess be more patient. I mean, I guess that's easier said than done, not being a baseball player. But I think if you're more patient at the plate, you're going to get more opportunities to get hits, which again is going to RBIs and so on and so forth. So
he is number 62 on our list. Number 61 is Mets starting pitcher Nolan McLean, who came up at the end of last year, and Brad has his stats.
Nolan McLean last year was 5-1 in 8 starts with a 2.06 ERA. He pitched 48 innings, 57 strikeouts with a whip of 1.04. It's a pretty good record for 8 games and having a 5-1 record. That helped the Mets,
Yeah, almost make the playoffs.
Yep. Yeah, correct. Almost make the playoffs.
Sounds like he's going to get an opportunity in the rotation this year.
I agree.
I was watching a thing before we came on with people talking about what pitching prospects they think will end up back in the minors by like May this year, and his name came up.
Wow.
I don't understand. I mean, maybe if the Mets think that he might need a little more polishing time because they are getting Christian Scott back this year, who was in the rotation not last year, but the year before he got hurt. So maybe that's where they're thinking McClain could end up back in the minors because too many starting pitchers for too few spots.
Okay.
Number 60 is former Rays second baseman Brandon Lau, now with the Pittsburgh Pirates, which feels weird to say.
Brandon had 507 at bats, 79 runs, 130 hits, 31 homers, 83 RBIs, 3 stolen bases. He hit 256. His on base percentage was 307. His OPS was 784. He at times was a big part of the Rays offense. From my perspective, you either got one or two things from him. You either got a home run or you got a strikeout. That was how Brandon Lau was. And I agree with the trade. I think you get rid of him now when he's still at a good piece of his career is still left. And the Rays got some good pieces back for him. And I know a lot of people, I mean, what I've been hearing too, they don't think the Rays are going to do all that well this year from what I've been reading on and hearing on the radio. So we'll see. Baseball hasn't even started yet. I don't know how you count everyone out already, but that's what I've been hearing. So
we've got a comment. Uncle Ted, no way PCA's below Jack Caglione. Y'all must be Kansas City Royals fans.
I'm a Red Sox fan. I have nothing to do with it. I'm a Florida Gators fan.
I'm a Rays fan, so no, neither of us are Royals fans. I think it's self-explanatory the way we do our rankings.
Mm-hmm.
Now we get to number 59 through number 50. Number 59 is Dodgers catcher Will Smith.
Will had 362 at bats, 64 runs, 107 hits, 17 homers, 61 ribbies, 2 stolen bases. He hit 296. His on base percentage was 404. His OPS was 901. Damn. I'm just going to say that. I'm leave it at that.
Yeah. There's nothing really to talk about there that he needs to improve on.
No. I think if he stays healthy and again he's on a team that they can just go out and get everybody that they want to get, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they can basically empty their minor league system.
Yeah, they'll be okay.
I did see an interesting thing about Mookie Betts. He said this is probably his last contract and he's going to retire at the end of it.
I could see that. I don't know. And not too many people watch bowling on YouTube, but I watch a channel called The House of Bowling, and he's a bowler. Mookie's a bowler. That's what he does in his off time. So maybe he'll do that. Maybe he'll go and be, But yeah, I don't. If he has enough money, why not? Why keep traveling and beating up and that kind of stuff? So yeah.
Number 58 is Manny Machado, third baseman for the San Diego Padres.
This is a player, I'm going to say this real quick. This is a player that when he played for Baltimore, I was never a fan of his. And he's kind of one of those people that's grown on me and has turned out to be perfect for the Padres. He had 615 at-bats, 91 runs, 169 hits, 27 homers, 95 ribbies, 14 stolen bases. He had 275. His OPS was 330. I'm sorry, on base percentage was 335. His OPS was 795. Every year I pick the Padres to beat the Dodgers, but I'm done with that because the Dodgers can get anybody they want. So Dodgers are going to win the NL West. I'll bust that open, So yeah.
Yep. Same here. Diamondbacks catcher Gabriel Moreno.
He is, let's see. Moreno appeared. He had 277 at-bats, 44 runs, 79 hits, 9 homers, 40 ribbies, 2 stolen bases. He hit 285, on-base percentage of 353. His OPS was 786. And again, for a catcher, those are great numbers. You can't say anything different when you
No.
catchers are two different molds. Either you can hit, you're a good hitter, or you're a good defensive catcher. And if you can find one that does both, then you find a diamond in the rough, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
he's number 57. Number 56 is a guy that used to play for the Toronto Blue Jays, now plays for the San Francisco Giants, third baseman Matt Chapman.
Matt Chapman is now with the Giants. He had 454 at-bats, 76 runs, 105 hits, 21 homers, 61 ribbies, 9 stolen bases. He had 231. His on-base percentage was 340. His OPS was 770. Okay.
He was number 56. Number 55 is a guy that just re-signed with the Phillies a couple days ago, JT Realmuto, catcher for the Phillies.
Catcher for the Phillies.
Former Marlin, JT Realmuto.
Let's see. He had 502 at-bats, 57 runs, 129 hits, 12 homers, 52 RBIs, 8 stolen bases. He had 257. His on-base percentage was 315. His OPS was 699.
He is number 55. Number 54 is Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Blue Jays first baseman.
A big part of how the Toronto Blue Jays got to the World Series a year ago.
Yes.
One of those guys, I think that many of us thought he was going to leave Toronto. He ends up signing with them long term. He had 589 at-bats, 96 runs, 172 hits, 23 homers, 84 ribbies, 6 stolen bases. He had 292. His on-base percentage was 381. His OPS was 848. I think those numbers don't say much for Vladdy.
No. Number 53 is our first of 3 Rays players, Jonathan Aranda, first baseman.
This is a guy that I think is finally taking advantage of being waiting for his time. When I covered the Rays back 2 years ago in 2024, he was kind of like bouncing back and forth from the minors to the majors. He waited, he did his work, did his time, and now he's getting to start at first base. He had 370 at-bats, 56 runs, 117 hits, 14 homers, 59 ribbies. He had no stolen bases. He hit 316. On-base percentage 393. His OPS was 882. Again, he is a great hitter, and I think he's a very good first baseman. And now with Yandy Diaz kind of being the everyday DH, he fits very well at first base for the Rays.
He does. Number 52 is Yankees right-handed Yankees starting pitcher Cam Schlittler.
Okay, let's see here.
He's going to need to step up for the Yankees this year because I don't think Garrett Cole's coming back until like the middle of the season.
Yeah, he went 4-3 a year ago, but with a 2.96 ERA in 14 games. He pitched 73 innings, 84 strikeouts, and his whip was 1.22. That's been the Yankees' issues for a long time, is their starting pitching. They haven't been able to figure that out, which for the rest of us American League fans, that's great that they haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah. He is number 52. Number 51 is our first Red Sox, Jarren Duran, right outfielder, who has been the circulation of trade rumors.
Yeah, I was going to say, that name's
the
been the
center of attention.
Yeah.
Before you get to his stats, I heard something interesting. I guess the preferred position for Christian Campbell is left field.
Okay.
Which, isn't that where Jarren Duran plays right now?
I believe he does. But again, though, you want to put Campbell out there against the monster, because left field at Fenway Park is not as easy as everyone thinks it is to play with that big green wall behind you. So, if that's the case, because I don't think who plays center for
Rafaela.
Rafaela. So yeah, I guess he goes to right. which that's not easy either. Right field isn't easy.
Well, and then what do you do with Roman Anthony?
Yeah. See, therein lies the enigma right there. So yeah, we'll see how that.
Back to Jaron Durant and his stats from last year.
620 at bats, 86 runs, 159 hits, 16 homers, 84 ribbies, 24 stolen bases. He hit 256. On base percentage of 332. His OPS was 774. So
Is he going to be a Red Sox at the start of the season?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. He's been a big part of our offense the last few years, but if management feels that it's time to move on and bring these young guys up, like Campbell and these guys and Roman Anthony, then yep, got to go young sooner or later. So
number 50 is Jose Ramirez, third baseman for the Guardians. And I know what Guardians fans are going to say, oh, why is he at number 50? Why isn't he higher?
He had 593 at bats, 103 runs, 168 hits, 30 homers, 85 ribbies, 44 stolen bases. He hit 283, on base percentage of 360, and his OPS was 863. Yeah, he's a big part of that Guardians offense in Cleveland.
Now we get to number 49 through 40. At number 49, we have Twins outfielder Byron Buxton.
Byron Buxton. Okay. Let's see. He had 488 at-bats, 97 runs, 129 hits, 35 homers, 83 ribbies, 24 stolen bases. He had 264. On-base percentage of 327. His OPS was 878. The Twins got to get out of their own way. I think ownership is kind of holding that franchise back.
Well, they were supposed to make trades, and they really didn't. They've held on to him. They've held on to Joe Ryan, who we'll talk about later. Pablo Lopez, who is not on this list. They did get rid of Carlos Correa, but I think both of us saw that writing on the wall. Which, speaking of Carlos Correa, number 48 is third baseman for the Astros, Carlos Correa, right on cue.
He had 537 at-bats, 63 runs, 148 hits, 13 homers, 52 ribbies, no stolen bases, 276, on-base percentage of 332. His OPS was 734.
And it's a shame that he's back on the Astros.
Yeah, he's kind of in a way he's kind of returned home, if that's a way of saying it.
Yeah. Number 47 is Randy Arozarena, Seattle Mariners outfielder.
One of the coolest Rays outfielders, I think, in franchise for the franchise. With the Mariners, he had 613 at-bats, 95 runs, 146 hits, 27 homers, 76 ribbies, 31 stolen bases. He hit 238, on-base percentage of 334. His OPS was 760. Helped the Mariners get to the American League Championship Series.
Yes, he did. At number 46, we have Corey Seager, shortstop, Texas Rangers. He is one of the mainstays in that infield now, with Marcus Semien now on the Mets.
Corey Seager had 380 at-bats, 61 runs, 103 hits, 21 homers, 50 RBIs, 3 stolen bases. He had 271, on-base percentage of 373, and his OPS was 860 for the Rangers.
At number 45, we have Mike Trout, outfielder for the Los Angeles Angels. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I know you're used to seeing Mike Trout in the top 10, but he hasn't been able to stay healthy the last few years.
I know not a lot of players are like this, but someone needs to tell him to get out of Anaheim. He could have won a playoff game or a World Series by now without the with the Angels, but it is what it is. He decided to stick with it. He had 456 at bats, 73 runs, 106 hits, 26 homers, 64 ribbies, 2 stolen bases. He hit 232, on base percentage of 359. His OPS was 798 last year for Mike Trout.
And number 44, we have Cubs starting pitcher Edward Cabrera, former Marlin.
Edward Cabrera. Okay. Cabrera last year went 8-7 in 26 games with a 3.53 ERA, 137 and 2/3 innings pitched, 150 strikeouts with a 1.23 WHIP.
And here's the aforementioned
Kyle Tucker.
at number 43, Kyle Tucker, outfielder, Los Angeles Dodgers. But we're not going to we're going to talk about him in a good way right now. Later on, after this, our rankings are over, it might not be as nice. And it's not towards him. We have all the respect in the world for Kyle Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the team he's on.
He had 500 at-bats, 91 runs, 133 hits, 22 homers, 73 RBIs, 25 stolen bases. He hit 266, on-base percentage of 377. His OPS was 841.
At number 42, we have one of his teammates, Mookie Betts, shortstop, Los Angeles Dodgers.
Mookie Betts. Yep, reveals MLB. Okay, yeah. Reveals 2032 will be his last season, as I just saw the article. 2032 will be his last year in the majors. He had 589 at-bats, 95 runs, 152 hits, 20 homers, 82 RBIs, 8 stolen bases. He had 258, on-base percentage of 326, OPS of 732.
He is number 42. Number 41 is Mason Wynn, Cardinals shortstop.
Mason Wynn, 23 years old. He had 491 at-bats last year. 72 runs, 124 hits, 9 homers, 51 RBIs, 9 stolen bases, 253, on-base percentage of 310. His OPS was 673. The Cardinals are kind of going through a rebuild.
They are. They have essentially Sonny Gray's gone, Arenado's gone, Contreras is gone. The only holdover is Brendan Donovan, which I wouldn't be surprised if he's moved at some point. At number 40, we've got Xander Bogaerts, Padres shortstop.
One of my favorite Red Sox until he got traded to San Diego, or he left in free agency. 491 at-bats, 63 runs, 129 hits, 11 home runs, 53 RBIs, 20 stolen bases. He had 263, on-base percentage of 328, OPS of 719.
Number 39 through 30. Number 39, another Padre. Michael King, starting pitcher, San Diego Padres.
Michael King. He was 5-3 in 15 games last year with a 3.44 ERA, 73 1/3 innings pitched, 76 strikeouts with a 1.20 WHIP.
And he's probably going to be the ace of the Padres this year because a guy we'll talk about in a few minutes, Dylan Cease, now has a new home. Number 38 is Bryce Terang, second baseman for the Milwaukee Brewers.
He had 584 at-bats, 97 runs, 168 hits, 18 homers, 81 ribbies, 24 stolen bases. He hit 288, on-base percentage of 359. His OPS was 794. Again, another big part of why the Brewers got as far as they did in the playoffs.
At number 37, we have Diamondback starting pitcher Brandon Pfaadt.
Brandon Pfaadt went 15-9 in 33 games with a 5.25 ERA, 176 and 2/3 innings pitched, 147 strikeouts with a whip of 1.33. Those numbers are probably going to have to improve
Yeah.
this year.
Number 36 is another Diamondback, Ketel Marte, Diamondback second baseman, who was at one point the talk of the town because he was going to get traded, but the Diamondbacks pulled him back off the trade block.
He had 480 at bats, 87 runs, 136 hits, 28 homers, 72 ribbies, 4 stolen bases, 283 average, on base percentage of 376. His OPS was 893. Not bad.
At number 35, we've got Chase Burns, starting pitcher, Reds.
Chase Burns, okay. He went 0-3 in 13 games with a 4.57 ERA. He only pitched 43rd and a third inning, 67 strikeouts with a whip of 1.32. Yikes.
He was number 35. Number 34 is Giancarlo Stanton, designated hitter, New York Yankees.
Stanton.
If only he could stay healthy.
The former Marlin himself back in the day.
And he did not go by Giancarlo in Miami. He went by Mike.
He only had 249 at-bats, 36 runs, 68 hits, 24 homers, 66 RBIs. Did not have a stolen base. He only hit 273, on base of 350, OPS of 944.
Number 33 is Garrett Cole, and obviously we know he was out all last year with Tommy John surgery. So we'll get right to number 32, and that is Dylan Cease, starting pitcher, Toronto Blue Jays.
Yep. So the Blue Jays lose the World Series and go, okay, what do we need to win it? Well, we're just going to go out and get a bunch of free agents, and that's how we're going to do it. We're going to fix it that way. Cease went 8-12 in 32 games a year ago with a 4.55 ERA, 168 innings pitched, 215 strikeouts with a 1.33 whip.
Yeah, good luck, AL East. Oh, Lord. Number 31 is catcher Adley Rutschman of the Baltimore Orioles.
Here's a guy that struggled a year ago and needs to pick it back up. He had 322 at-bats, 37 runs, 71 hits. He only hit 9 homers, 29 RBIs. He only hit 220. On base of 307. His OPS was 673. Bad year for Adley a year ago. He needs to get back to where he was when in his rookie season or his second year, because it wasn't pretty.
Number 30, Riley Green, outfielder, Detroit Tigers. One of the main reasons the Tigers made the playoffs last year.
Yeah, he had 600 at-bats, 84 runs, 155 hits, 36 homers, 111 RBIs. Wow. 2 stolen bases. He had 258, on base of 313, OPS of 806. Yeah, that's a big reason why the Tigers got as far as they did.
29 through 20. Number 29, Colston Montgomery, shortstop, Chicago White Sox.
Chicago White Sox. All right. Montgomery had 255 at-bats, 43 runs, 61 hits, 21 homers, 55 RBIs, no stolen bases. He had 239, on base of 311, and his OPS was 840.
Number 28, Roman Anthony, Red Sox outfielder, who, this is the second Red Sox we've talked about today.
Roman Anthony had 257 at-bats, 48 runs, 75 hits, 8 homers, 32 RBIs, 4 stolen bases. He hit 292, on base of 396. His OPS was 859. He's one of those young up-and-coming Boston Red Sox that we will see for a long time in Boston.
At number 27, we have Tarek Skubal, Tigers starting pitcher. The back-to-back Cy Young one. No. Yeah, is he I believe he's won back-to-back Cy Youngs in the American League.
I believe he has. He was 13-6 in 31 games a year ago with a 2.21 ERA, 195 innings pitched, 241 strikeouts, and a whip of 0.89. Just
Yeah,
imagine.
good luck getting a hit off of him.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Number 26, Julio Rodriguez, Mariners outfielder.
Another bright spot for the Mariners a year ago. 652 at bats, 106 runs, 174 hits, 32 homers, 95 ribbies, 30 stolen bases, 267 average, on base of 324, OPS 798.
Number 25 is Joe Ryan, starting pitcher for the Minnesota Twins, who everybody, including me and Brad, thought would be traded this year in the offseason.
I agree. Ryan went 13 and 10 in 31 games started, or 30 games started, excuse me, with a 3.42 ERA, 171 innings pitched. He struck out 194 with a whip of 1.04.
At number 24, we've got the impressive rookie from the Athletics, Nick Kurtz, first baseman.
Kurtz had 420 at bats, 90 runs, 122 hits, 36 homers, 86 ribbies, 2 stolen base. Excuse me, hit 290, on base of 383, and his OPS was 1.002.
How many times did we talk about him last year?
Yeah. Yep.
Number 23, and it feels weird saying this, Pete Alonso, first baseman, Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah, he has left the Mets. He had 624 at bats, 87 runs, 170.
I'm sorry, but I have to throw this in there. Meet the Mets.
Yeah. 38 homers, 126 ribbies, 1 stolen base, 272 average, on base of 347. His OPS was 871 a year ago.
Number 22 is Mitch Keller, starting pitcher, Pittsburgh Pirates.
Mitch Keller, okay. Keller went 6 and 15 in 32 games started with a 4.19 ERA, 176 innings pitched. He struck out 150 with a whip of 1.26. That's definitely
number 21 is Shane McClanahan, starting pitcher for the Rays. As we know, the last 2 years he's been out injured. So we're going to skip ahead to number 20, and that is catcher Drake Baldwin of the Atlanta Braves.
Drake Baldwin had 405 at bats, 56 runs, 111 hits, 19 homers, 80 ribbies. He had on average of 274, on base of 341. His OPS was 810. Again, another great stats for a catcher.
And he was a rookie.
Yeah, even better.
Now we get to our top 70 players right now, 19 through 10. At number 19 is another Atlanta Brave, second baseman Ozzie Albies.
Albies had 603 at-bats, 74 runs, 145 hits, 16 homers, 74 ribbies, 14 stolen bases, batting average of 240, on base of 306. His OPS was 671.
Number 18 is a former Brave turned New York. If I can speak. Former Brave turned Los Angeles Dodger, Freddie Freeman, first baseman for the Dodgers.
He had 556 at-bats, 81 runs, 164 hits, 24 homers, 90 RBI, 6 stolen bases, 295 average, on base of 367. His OPS was 869.
And number 17, his teammate, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, starting pitcher, Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yamamoto went 12 and 8 in 30 games, started with a 2.49 ERA, 173 innings pitched, striking out 201 with a whip of .99.
That's video game.
Yes, it is.
That's video game numbers. Number 16 is Geraldo Perdomo, Diamondback shortstop.
Okay, he had 597 at-bats, 98 runs, 173 hits, 20 homers, 100 ribbies, 27 stolen bases. He hit 290, on base of 389. His OPS was 851. Pretty good.
Number 15, Nick Lodolo, Red starting pitcher. And yes, those are some good stats.
Nick Lodolo, there we go. He went 9-8 in 28 games started with a 3.33 ERA, 156 innings pitched, 156 strikeouts with a whip of 1.08.
Number 14 is Jackson Merrill, Padres outfielder.
Jackson Merrill, there we go. Merrill had 440 at-bats, 59 runs, 116 hits, 16 homers, 67 RBIs, 1 stolen base, average of 264, on base of 317. His OPS was 774.
Number 13, James Wood, outfielder, Washington Nationals.
Washington Nationals.
Our only national on this list.
Mr. Wood had 598 at-bats, 87 runs, 153 hits, 31 homers, 94 ribbies, 15 stolen bases, average 256, on base 350, OPS of 8.25.
At number 12 is one of our favorite players to watch, Elly De La Cruz, Red shortstop.
I got to watch him in person. He's awesome. Had 629 at-bats, 102 runs, 166 hits, 22 homers, 86 ribbies, 37 stolen bases, 264 average, on base of 336. His OPS was 776. Oh, there's Mr. Ohtani.
Number 11, Shohei Ohtani, starting pitcher / designated hitter for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Okay, so his pitching stats was 1-1 in 14 games started with a 2.87 ERA, 47 innings pitched, 62 strikeouts. His whip was 1.04. And let me see if I can find his batting stats. He had 158 games, 611 at-bats, 146 runs, 172 hits, 380. I'm trying to. Okay. Yeah. Hang on a second. How comes they don't break it down? Oh, if you actually click on it, Brad, it would make more sense. Okay. He had 611 at-bats, 146 runs, 172 hits, 55 home runs, 102 RBIs, 20 stolen bases. He had 282, on base of 392. His OPS was 1.014.
He was number 11. Number 10 is first baseman Bryce Harper of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Bryce Harper. Okay. He had 501 at-bats, 72 runs, 131 hits, 27 homers, 75 ribbies, 12 stolen bases, 261 average, on base of 357. His OPS was 844.
Now we get into the top 9. Number 9, Mets shortstop Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor went 644 at bats, 117 runs, 172 hits, 31 homers, 86 ribbies, 31 stolen bases, average 267, on base 346, OPS of 812.
At number 8 is his teammate Juan Soto, Mets outfielder.
Juan Soto had 577 at-bats, 120 runs, 152 hits, 43 homers, 105 RBIs, 38 stolen bases, average 263, on base 396, OPS of 921.
Number 7, Corbin Carroll, Diamondbacks outfielder.
Corbin Carroll had 564 at-bats, 107 runs, 146 hits, 31 homers, 84 ribbies, 32 stolen bases, average 259, on base 343. His OPS was 884.
Number 6, Freddie Peralta, starting pitcher, Milwaukee Brewers, who was also still in trade rumors, and it sounds like he might be going to the Dodgers. Of course.
He was 17-6 in 33 games with a 2.7 ERA. He pitched 176 innings, 204 strikeouts with a whip of 1.08.
Number 5, Gunnar Henderson, shortstop, Baltimore Orioles.
Gunnar Henderson. Another guy that I think kind of struggled a year ago, too, for Baltimore with Rutschman as well. Gunnar had 577 at-bats, 85 runs, 158 hits, 17 homers, 68 ribbies, 30 stolen bases, average 274, on base 349, and his OPS was 787.
That was number 5. Number 4, Logan Gilbert, Seattle Mariners starting pitcher, our third Mariner. We've talked about it. Yes, I know Cal Raleigh's not on this list.
Logan Gilbert went 6-6 in 25 games with a 3.44 ERA, 131 innings pitched, 173 strikeouts with a whip of 1.03.
At number 3 is Rays third baseman Junior Caminero.
Junior Caminero had 602 at-bats, 93 runs, 159 hits, 45 homers, 110 ribbies, 7 stolen bases, average 264, on base of 311, OPS of 846.
Number 2, Garrett Crochet, Red Sox starting pitcher.
Garrett Crochet was 18-5 in 32 games started, the 2.59 ERA. He pitched 205 innings, struck out 255 with a whip of 103.
And drum roll, please. Number 1, Paul Skeens, starting pitcher, Pittsburgh Pirates.
Skeens went 10-10 in 32 games, pitched with a 1.97 ERA, 187 innings pitched, struck out 216 with a whip of .95.
That's ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
And there's our top 70 players right now. If you disagree with them, let us know in the comments. But now we get to our awards. Way too early awards prediction for 2026. AL Cy Young, NL Cy Young, AL Rookie of the Year, and our division standings predictions. So, Brad, I will let you go first with your AL Cy Young for 2026. Way too early.
Why not Scooble for the third year? Or Garrett Crochet. Those would be my two. If I had to pick two.
I could have gone with Chalk and went with Scooble. I went Garrett Crochet. It just makes too much sense. He finished right behind Scooble last year for the Cy Young. Now give me your NL way too early Cy Young.
It's got to be Skeens unless he gets hurt. Either him or Yamamoto for the Dodgers, I think would be the other guy that you got to put in there.
I am also going to take Paul Skeens. Who is your AL Rookie of the Year next year? Way too early. AL Rookie of the Year.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say infielder Kevin McGungle for the Tigers.
McGonigal.
Yeah, that's the guy. That's the kid I picked. Yeah.
I went with a guy that everybody's going to be picking in fantasy. Twins infielder Luke Keeschel.
Okay.
Who is your NL Rookie of the Year?
I'm going to go with infielder for the St. Louis Cardinals, J.J. Weatherholt.
Yes, Weatherholt. Wow. We great minds think alike. I also have infielder for the Cardinals, J.J. Weatherholt, as my NL Cy Young, NL Rookie of the Year. And now we get to we will get to the Kyle Tucker. We will talk about that after our division predictions. And we start in the AL East. What is your, and this is without record. This is just first, second, third, fourth, fifth.
It burns my blood to say this, but I got to go with the Yankees on top. It burns my blood to say that. But I'm going to go Yankees, Jays, Red Sox, Rays, Orioles. I think the Orioles finishing last again in the AL East this year.
I've got AL East. I've got Red Sox, Yankees, Rays, and then the Blue Jays and Orioles tie for fourth.
Okay.
Okay, NL East. Who do you have at the top?
I'm going to go Phillies, Mets, Braves, and then who are the other two teams? I'm thinking. Oh,
Marlins.
Nationals and Marlins. I'll pick Miami at fourth, and I'll put the Nationals in last, unfortunately.
I went Braves, Mets, Phillies, Marlins, Nationals. And I know Phillies fans are not going to like that. Because they think they're going to win the division. You can't win the division every year.
They think they can.
Yeah, they think they can. AL Central standings. Who do you have number one?
I'm going to go with the Tigers. I know that's kind of hard to say. I'm going to go Tigers, Guardians. Who else is in that division?
Twins, Royals, White Sox.
I'm going to go Royals, third, White Sox, and I'll put the Twins in last.
Ooh, so you don't have the White Sox finishing last.
No. They got to get better sooner or later.
I've got Guardians, Tigers, Twins, Royals, White Sox. But okay. I do think the White Sox win more than 60 games. I don't think they finish with less than 60 wins.
I agree.
Yeah. Now the NL Central, and I will take this one first. I've got the Reds, Cubs, Pirates, Brewers, Cardinals. And Brewers fans, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think your time running that division's done. I think it's either going to be the Reds or the Cubs that win the division. Who do you have in the NL Central?
Central, I'll take Cubs, Reds. Who are the other three, bud? Cubs, Reds.
Brewers, Pirates, Cardinals.
I'll take them in that order. Right there.
Okay. AL West, I'll let you take this one first.
The AL West, that is Mariners, Rangers,
Astros, Athletics, Angels.
I'll go last to first. I'll put the Angels last, A's on top of them. And then who do I have left? Houston, Seattle, and who am I forgetting?
Texas.
I'll put with third place. I'll put Houston, and then I'll put Seattle, and I'm sorry, Texas in third. I'll put Houston and Seattle on top, battling it out for that division championship.
I'm also going to go last to first. I've got the Angels in fifth. I've got a surprise here. I've got the Astros in fourth. I think eventually they're going to have to tear it down to build it back up. Third, I've got the A's. The A's surprised everybody last year. Second, I've got the Rangers, and I've got the Mariners winning the division. And then last but not least, the NL West. Your favorite division.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Padres. Okay, good. No.
Are you going last to first?
Last to first. Let's see. That would be Diamondbacks, Giants, Dodgers, Padres,
Rockies.
and who else?
D-backs, Dodgers, Padres, Rockies, Giants.
Rockies. I'll take Rockies last. I think they're still in a rebuild. Arizona, I think, will kind of be in the third or fourth range. I'll put the Giants in third, and then again, Padres. I wish I could say Padres in one, but I can't. It's two. And I think the Dodgers win the division again because they can just go out and get anybody that they want. So, yeah,
I've also got in fifth place. I've got the Rockies. I like the hiring of Paul DePodesta, and I like what they're doing. I think they're a couple years away, though. Giants fourth. Padres, I wish I could put them higher than third, but I don't think I can. Second is the Dodgers. And first, I think this is a Diamondbacks year. As long as they can get everybody, and it sounds like they're going to give Jordan Lawler a chance to try to make the team, but it's not going to be at third base. It's going to be in left field or center, which is weird.
Here is some breaking baseball news. The Baseball Hall of Fame has elected 2 new people to the Hall of Fame, and Carlos Beltran and Andrew Jones have been elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame by the baseball writers.
And we're going to wrap up the show talking about Kyle Tucker to the Dodgers. And Brad, I'll let you give your little rant.
Yeah, I wrote this. Alex sent me the notes earlier today. Again, at the end of the day, guys, it's the rich get richer. And this is why baseball needs a salary cap. This is why right here, you're looking at a team, and it's not just LA, it's the Yankees or whoever. Who this hurts, guys, in the most are the guys like the Royals, the Rays, the A's, the Marlins, the small town market teams that don't have big revenue can't keep these guys. They get good, they get shipped off because they can't afford their contract. This is where I think, and guys, this is the writing's on the wall. This Major League Baseball is going to go on a strike the end of this year. Mark it down right now, and I know we're in January, but mark it down right now. Come December of this year, when the CBA expires, they will go on strike. And that's bad for baseball, and it's bad for a team like our local team and my local team. I mean, Alec is not in the state of Florida anymore, but he was at one time. With the Rays, they're negotiating a stadium deal, which I'm going to be writing an article about sometime this week, about how it looks like it's going to be across the street from Raymond James Stadium. They've got some approval. It's starting to look good, and now you're going to have a work stoppage. It's not going to be good for small market teams like that. But if they're going to have a cap, you got to have a floor as well, because you can't underpay players anymore. If you're going to have a cap, you got to have a floor, and you're going to have to go to the negotiation table, because the PA and MLB is one tough cookie, and you're going to have to make sure you grease their pockets, or they're not going to agree on anything, because look what happened during COVID. So that's my rant. That's my rant.
No, I agree with everything you said. Your whole entire rant. MLB needs a salary cap, but the problem is, are they going to agree to a salary cap? Probably not.
No. Well, they might, Bud, agree to a soft cap. I don't think they'll agree to a hard cap. They might agree to a soft cap, but we'll see. It's hard to say.
And the other thing I think they need to come to agreement on is getting rid of the ghost runner in extra innings.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's time to give that back. I know that was something during COVID to make the games move faster, because games were too long. Baseball was trying to get the games moved up. I agree, because, again, you put that runner on in extras, and 9 times out of 10, that guy's going to score. I mean, very rare do you not see the guy come around and score, and the team that's pitching first is going to be behind the 8 ball automatically, because if the pitcher gives up the hit, the guy scores. So there you go. I agree with that rule change.
But, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for tonight's show. Thursday, we have a special wrap-up of the college football season with awards. Talk about what we're going to be doing in 2020, this coming season. I'm not going to spoil it. We will announce on Thursday where we're going in 2026 for our college football trip. I mean, most of you probably already know, but we're going to announce it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So wait till Thursday. That's a little bit of a cliffhanger. For those of you that already know, don't spoil it.
There you go. Exactly. Exactly.
But for Alec and Brad, we are signing off. We will see everybody on Thursday at the same time as tonight. Have a wonderful night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.